name is Anna. I am from a new project in Baltics, Best of Baltic Entertainment, and you are actually our first interview. You're the first ones on Bobby.me, and I'm so thrilled because I absolutely love you.
Thank you.
And you have a new album,
Yes.
Magic Hour, and when you described your previous album, you said that you wanted to be a party record, and it was. So what about this one? What's the story behind the Magic Hour?
Well, that record was a party record, but it was it had a very kind of dark vibe that ran through it. I think it was our darkest album we've made, and I wanted.
Really?
I think so, a little bit. Maybe not totally, but it to me it has kind of a dark undercurrent, and we wanted this album to sort of be the balance of that. And
Fun.
yeah, we wanted to make a fun record that was just like had a lot of joy in it, and
They both had a lot of dance elements, I think, but there was sort of a mood.
Yeah, this one is, I think, really diverse. It has a dance sounds and a melancholy also a little bit.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, so that's what you were going for.
Oh, we also just didn't want to pigeonhole anything. We just started writing. We just decided to make a record that had no concept necessarily, just that we did want a lot of joy in it, and we wanted to have fun making it. And so it's a lot of fun for us to do weird juxtapositions of songs next to each other that really shouldn't go with each other. I love that we're a band. One of my favorite things about this band is that we can play songs side by side that just actually sound like two completely different bands. I think that sometimes it's just we're very eclectic.
You're just go with the flow.
Yeah, and
Some of our favorite artists were able to do that, I think, at least through their careers, make lots of different style music.
Yes.
and play them all together in one show.
You're kind of continuing that inspiration that you had. I heard there's an interesting story with the name of the album that your mother actually came up with the idea about it.
Well, she went and I mean we were like counting down. I think we had to have a title in like 2 hours. I could not title the record. We were having a hard time titling the record.
And I think I called Jake to talk about it, and
my mom was with me.
He gave the phone to his mom, and we just kind of all chatted.
And then my mom went. I didn't know she was doing this, but she went and got in the car with the album with a piece of paper and wrote down like a whole. Just listened to the lyrics and wrote down a whole list of song titles and or of album titles. And Magic Hour was on there, and then when I thought about Magic Hour, it actually made sense with a story in my head, sort of about where the album came from. So.
Yeah, so that is not a normal procedure, like coming up with the names of albums.
Probably
so.
not. I don't.
Usually, you have something at the back of your head.
This one we did. This one was I think because it's such an eclectic album. It was really, really difficult to title.
Yeah, so even after 12 songs, no idea.
I was tempted to not title it.
Really?
I was tempted to just have it be Scissor Sisters again. So
Okay.
There's a lot of tradition for a fourth album to be called Four, just other people to call it Four, but not put a title.
I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell to call it.
Okay.
We're happy with it. We're really happy.
Yeah, it turned out well.
It's a really great title. I really love the cover, the design of it, but why zebras?
Why not?
Yeah, really.
We work with a great designer, great artist that made the album cover, and he sort of was inspired when he listened to the music by one thing in particular he did. He went to the zoo and was like looking at animals, and he really felt that the zebras were one thing that sort of like sort of represented the uniqueness of what this was.
Yeah, I would probably expect horses because one of the songs, but yeah, zebras.
That'd be too easy.
I like the
right.
fact that people are like, those are zebras,
not horses. Yeah, but yeah, it's great. Are you a dancer? Have you? Learned? You have a history with dancing?
No, not really.
Jake was a dancer before he was a singer.
Oh, I was a go-go dancer. I danced on bar
You
tops.
did?
Yeah, in my underwear.
Okay, so.
But not no like official training. Everything I've learned on stage.
Okay. Do you sometimes catch yourself humming one of your songs or singing in a shower?
Well, when you're making the music, if when you're working on a song for a few days in the studio, it can just you will wake up in the middle of the night with the song running over and over and over in your head, and that's usually when you know it's a good song.
Okay, yeah, when you can't get out of it, yes.
Yeah, if you
that's
can't remember it, then that's a bad sign. But if it's like automatically going on in your head, it's a good
that's
sign.
A hit.
Or it's
We don't like that word.
Yeah, we never use the word
What word do you
hit.
prefer instead of that?
Good song.
Good song. Okay. Okay, we'll go with good songs. So you have been together for quite a while, 11 years, right?
11.
Yes. Wow.
In just a few days, our birthdays come.
Oh yeah, it's our anniversary, our 11th anniversary. is
Wow!
coming up.
Congratulations.
September 21st.
So,
Thanks.
what do you think is your sort of magic formula for still making good songs, getting great reviews, and still just kicking the shows?
I think hard work and having a love for making music and doing it for the right reasons. And, you know, I think that we all love what we do a lot, and we're all very thankful to be in this position that we're in. So I think it's just dedication to the music and the performance. And
You agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
I just say yes.
Okay. And during the years, you have had collaborations with some fantastic artists like Elton John, Kylie Minogue, and there's also some on this album. Which is the artist you would love to record a song maybe for the next album?
This is always a tricky question.
Top three.
One time a journalist asked me, would you ever want to record a song with Madonna? And I was like, that is a trick question, because if you answer yes, then suddenly you're desperate to work with Madonna, and if you answer no, then you're slagging, then you hate Madonna. Any artist that we would, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Beck, actually. He's one of my favorite rock stars.
Inspired the band.
That would be
I mean, there's a
really
bet. I
interesting.
think that one of his albums, Midnight Vultures. I think I don't think this band would exist without that album. He's hugely influential. So, I would say Beck.
And I'll speak for Jake and say that he would love to sing a song with Cher.
I would love to sing a
Wow,
song
yes,
with Cher.
that would be
I would love to sing a
fantastic.
song with Cher.
Yeah, I would love that.
I would love that
Or
too.
we should, we'd love to write a song with Cher. Or something
Yeah.
like that. I think it'd be really
I got to hang out with Cher a couple weeks ago.
You did?
I did. Yeah, it was really fun.
What did you do?
We watched a movie and then we listened to some music. It was in Malibu.
Another day.
It was.
with
I had
Cher.
no idea what was gonna happen at her. Like I seriously, it was like I just had no idea. I was like in my gym clothes and like not prepared at all.
But you enjoyed it, and
I
that's the
really
most
enjoyed
important
it.
thing.
She's lovely. Yeah.
So-
She's come to our shows as well.
She's a fan of the band.
Oh, that's great.
Maybe it will happen.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Would you ever consider making a collaboration with one of Baltic artists? Because I'm sure you're on their wish list.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know any Baltic artists, but I need to
You
learn
don't?
some. No, did you bring me any CDs?
No, but I will.
No, all right.
But this is your second time in Baltics. You performed in Positivos. You didn't see any Baltic artists at that time? You just came for the
we played
gig?
with Muse, and I mean, I remember that. I mean, I remember that gig specifically. There's so many festivals and stuff. Sometimes the music itself just bleeds into each other. Except when we're like in Finland, when we end up at these festivals with a bunch of like black death metal bands, like
You
really
end
hardcore.
up with-
Like we just end up like
in such
seriously.
festivals? Really?
And, yeah, well, like festivals with like a lot of like
A lot of stages.
of dark
style.
metal stuff, and you'll be at these festivals just being like,
Like, why are we
what the
here?
fuck? It's real. I mean, but that's you just
You
sometimes.
don't make
but,
any friends
but
there?
We like some dark metal sometimes.
the Positiva
do?
Festival was a blast, though. We had a great time. It was so beautiful. I remember just being out by the water. That's where I was, actually, the whole festival. I wasn't listening to music. I was out, like, dipping my toes in the water. It was really lovely. And
Okay.
sometimes when you're working so hard, you end up in a beautiful place like that, and you can kind of take
That's
a deep
true.
breath.
That's true. So you have you're traveling all around the world, and you're going to Tokyo, I think, in a couple of days.
Tomorrow.
Right. Where was your previous show? Your last show? Where was it?
We played in
Kaliningrad.
Yeah.
In Kaliningrad.
Last night in Moscow the night before.
Okay. When you go to these different shows, do you prepare somehow yourself? Do you analyze the country or the
Anna really does.
Anna's like got a crazy brain for facts, and she loves history, and she's somehow every night, usually when we're playing somewhere, she'll come up with like, you know, the history of where you're playing. Like, you know, she always kind of touches upon it whenever we're on stage. So she's really amazing at it.
Some of the language, and yeah,
wow,
she really.
so
it's
we
crazy.
can expect some historic
I hope
facts
so.
tonight.
I mean, usually she's got something. So we'll
Okay,
see.
I can't
If
wait.
we're lucky, it usually does happen. Yeah.
I can't wait. So thank you so
Awesome.
much for
Yes,
interview,
thank you.
and
Thank you.
I'm sure we will have some magic hours tonight.
Yeah.
Thank
Maybe a
you.
little longer.